So just a heads up, today we will be going over email snippets, text snippets, and email campaigns specifically. Now, whenever you log into your account, you're going to go to a page similar to like this. You might not have some data in there, or you might have some different data today, but I'll show you exactly where you need to go to get to this section. So today I will be leading this meeting. Cohen's going to be helping me out whenever we get to certain parts throughout this workshop. Mustafa was not able to lead this meeting today. He has been out of town this week. He is able to join this call, but I didn't want to put that much pressure on him to decide that to get all the information ready. So I will be running this. Hopefully, I can meet you guys' expectation as much as what Mustafa has been giving the last couple of weeks. But next week, he'll be leading it and here on out until further notice. Hopefully, that's okay, Mustafa. All right. So once again, we're going to be going over email campaigns, email templates, text snippets, and even email templates. So why would you want to do that? Why can't we just create the email? So there's a couple reasons why. Inside the software, you could easily create and save templates, eliminating the need to repeatedly write the same email or text message over and over and over again, especially if it's a very common thing that you just copy and paste over and over. You also have specifically message snippets. Makes it easier for a business to respond to clients or customers by creating them as a response to frequently asked questions or repetitive emails that are sent out to clients. So, for example, some ideas that you could use this for is maybe for cold email campaigns, if you're onboarding a client, if you're sending out a proposal. These are all templates that you can actually put inside the software so you can easily use them over and over again without typing it out. And the nice thing is it already has variables built inside the software. So that way you don't even have to put in the person's name or your company name. All of that could be variables inside the system to allow you to use it with anyone in the office, sending it out to anybody out there, whether it be a lead, a contact, whatever it might be. So where do you go to get started? So they're all located underneath the marketing tab right here in your account. And there is two different places that you'll go to. So first place is that we'll be talking about is the templates snippets. These are basically the text snippets that you're going to be using pretty much every day. Whereas email campaigns and templates are visual emails that you can send out to maybe cold campaigns or just maybe a holiday campaign or something like that. You can use it for almost any type of thing. So going over this, we're going to first talk about the templates snippets. So in here, you could add two different types of snippets. One are for text messages and one are for email. So I'm going to go ahead and show one. As you can see, we've already had one made inside this account. If I switch over to my dummy account that we made, shows that we have a couple made. Now, I do know that some of you guys have already started using this feature, which is awesome. Good job on that. I'm going to show you what they look like just to start off. Basically, you build them out. This is a text snippet right here, basically saying hello. And then this part right here is a template or a variable that you could use inside your text message and email. So that way it will automatically put that person's name. So right here, you see hello, contact dot first name. Sorry we missed you, but your success. Can't wait. Leave a message with your dreams, and we'll call you back with a plan to make them a reality. So instead of it saying that, it will say whatever that person's name is. So if I was saying this to Cohen, it will actually change out that variable to Cohen's name instead. Same thing for the email template or snippets. Literally, all this is added into the email signature. So hi, first name once again. And there's more than just that example, which will go more in depth. And then you'll just put in the body of your email and any other variables you want to add. Looks like there's a couple I still need to add in here. For example, your phone number. And then also the user's information as well. So that means you specifically or the employee or your fellow workers that are working with you to send out these emails. So I'm going to go ahead and make one just for example purposes. So let's go back to my account because I need to add this into my account anyways. I'm going to go ahead and create a email template that will go out. So first thing you have to do is name it something so that you easily find it. So I'll just call this cold campaign outreach. And then we're going to give it the subject name. Please note that the subject name is actually what's going to show up in the email. So please be careful about this one. So let me go ahead and grab one that I've already created. So the subject, I'm going to go ahead and call this Elevate Your Business with Proven Digital Marketing Strategy, because of course we are a marketing company. And then I'm going to go ahead and add this details in here that I use on a regular basis. So there we go. Now it looks like there is a couple details that I need to change out. For example, dear business owner, I could keep it like that, but I want to make it a little bit more personal. So let's go ahead and change this part right here with a custom value. And here you could actually choose from a large amount of different variables that you could choose from, or what we like to call custom values, starting with the contact information. So if you have the first name, last name, email, phone number, their address, city, state, all that information, you could add that information right there without actually typing it in every single time. Please note, you need to make sure you have that information in for that contact, or it will just show up with nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and put first name in this section. So let's say dear Bob, dear John, dear Cohen, whoever it might be. The next section is, I hope this email finds you well and thriving in your endeavor. My name is, you would put in the username. And I don't want to put my name in there because maybe I want Cohen or Mustafa to use this same template for themselves. So I'm going to use a variable for this as well. So in this case, I'm going to go in and find users. I'll put in my first name in this case. So it'll say, my name is Oren, and I'm reaching out to introduce our digital marketing services, and so on and so forth. There is another one right here. I'm going to put our business name. Now, at that point, it's like, why in the world would I even need to do that? I might as well just put the business name in there. Technically, that's correct. You could do that. However, if you're working with multiple companies, so for example, I do know some of our staffing agencies, they have multiple locations that they work with. That is why you would probably put something like that. So if you're working in the Pensacola office, you could put in whatever that business name for the Pensacola office. If you're working for multiple different companies and use a very similar template for all of them, you could put that business name, business contact information right there as well. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and go to accounts and put name right there. We specialize in creating tailored digital marketing. Looks like we're good there. And we go down here. Thank you for considering our business name again. So I'll go ahead and put that in there. Accounts name. And then at the bottom, you could put in your signature. Now, the nice thing is if you already filled in your signature, you could just go ahead and put in user signature. And it will automatically grab your signature from your account and put it in there instead. Now, I'm probably going to disregard or remove the best regard part because most people have that section, thanks, love and respect, best regards, something like that, already in their signature. So I'll keep that out for the time being. Now, if you want to put a signature in there, you could definitely do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab this one more time. And this will automatically grab the default. So we'll do, all right, cool. So I'm going to put in my user, full name. I'm going to skip the position because I don't have a variable for this account. But if you do, you could more than welcome add that in there. Your company name. So I'll go ahead. That would be under account name. Your contact information. So if I want to put my phone number in there, I'll go ahead and do that. And I'll go ahead and add my email as well. And then last but not least, our company website. So this will go under account. And then we could do, what was it? It was website. There we go. So we'll go ahead and do that. And it will go ahead and we can save it at this point. Now, one thing I do want to add is you can add attachment to these emails as well. So if it's the same email template that you use and you always include an attachment, go ahead and add that attachment in there. It'll take pretty much anything that you would with your Gmail account or Microsoft account, whatever you decide to use. So I'll just go ahead and put something for the time being. I'll just have to remember to delete it afterwards. And there it goes. Now we got this saved. I'm going to go ahead and save this really fast. And now I have that in here. I'll talk about how to actually access that in a minute, but that's just a short, quick example as well. Now I'm going to do a quick one for text as well in here. So let's go to add text snippets. I'm not going to put as much effort into this. So we'll do example. But the nice thing is you can also do custom values in here as well. So, hi, first name. This is first name with account name. Looking forward to working with you. Cool. And then you could go ahead and add anything else afterwards. You can also do attachments as well if you want to. So for example, if you just want to add an image of your business or of your business logo, you could definitely do that. So I'll go ahead and grab ours really fast. So I'll include that inside the text message. And there you go. I could go ahead and example text and save. So now we just created a snippet for emails and a snippet for text message as well. Now, what if you want to make something a little bit more visual to send over to potential clients, your current clients, or even your users that are using your account all the time? Maybe internal use. You could definitely do that as well using the email campaign right here. Email campaigns are a little bit different from snippets because you can visually show your emails through here. So in here, I already have a couple that were made for our account. I'll go ahead and show a couple of them. So for example, the Thanksgiving is probably a common one that we'll probably do every single year. Probably a very good one for you guys to have. A good example for using these would be obviously for holidays, maybe for birthdays as well, or cold campaigns, outreach, or onboarding process. It could be a number of different things that you could use it for. Newsletters also a great one to use it for. And here's a great example of one that we made for just the holiday season whenever it comes to that time period. So obviously, I probably need to make one for Easter coming up or Memorial Day and just send that out to our clients as well. One thing that we're actually going to probably start doing is birthday campaigns. So that might be a good one. So let's go ahead and just make one from scratch. Now, the nice thing is, even though I say you can make one from scratch, you don't have to. The nice thing is I could go ahead and reuse one of the templates I've already made, or I could click on this button right here, new at the top right corner, and click on email marketing templates. And there is hundreds and hundreds of different visual email ads that you could use and then edit afterwards. So for example, we could do something maybe for real estate properties. We could do something like that. They might have one for holidays, so let's look at them. So we already have a couple of them for Christmas, for New Year's, Black Friday, Valentine's Day, all types of stuff. Let's go ahead and find, let's say, marketing agency, since this is a marketing agency I'm putting this under. And let's go ahead and just choose this one. Network marketing. Growth media. That sounds good. We all want to grow. So we'll click on continue and it'll actually start making that template for us. So that way we don't have to start from scratch. Now it gets better than that. Not only do you have all those templates already pre-made to start using, AI is already built into the software as well. There we go. Much better. All right. So now it's in here. So the nice thing is it's very easy to update these templates as well. So for example, the logo here, I could just click on that, click on this icon, upload from our media. And if I don't have one already made inside of here, I could just go ahead and click on upload file and then find that specific image I want to use. So I got this one right here. And let's go ahead and change it out one more time. There it is. I'm going to change out that background really fast to, let's say, a white color. There we go. Much better. And then nice thing is you have these filler text already in there. If you're not a good writer, like sometimes myself, I get writer blocks. The nice thing is AI is already built into this software. So all I got to do is just click on this little AI button at the top, generate with AI, and just start typing away. Growth marketing. You just put a subject. This is not actually going to be used. This is just if you decide to come back to it and want to see what you wrote last time. Growth marketing, write an email template about growth marketing. Cool. And then I'll add some keywords, marketing, growth. I don't know how this is going to come out, so we'll find out together. And then you choose the tone of voice that you want it to be. I'll do professional in this case, and the number of variations. So that way you get some choices to choose from. And then the length of the content, small, medium, large, or custom, depending on how many words you want. So we'll just do small for the time being. Give it a second. And the nice thing is it'll give me 3 different choices that I could choose from. Cool. And right there, just like, I don't know if you guys watched the social media workshop that we did a couple weeks ago, but it's the same kind of concept right here where you look at the variations, see which one you like, go ahead and copy the one you do like. So I like this one right here. And we'll go ahead, and if we wanted to, I could go ahead and update this information as well. I'll go ahead and put something right there to remind me to take that off. And something right here as well. And then continue. All right, cool. So we have that right there. And now, just like we did with the snippets, we can also add those custom values as well to make it very easy to send these out to all of our contacts, not just one by one. So if I go in and find custom values, contact, first name, and then I could go ahead and down here, put the same thing where I'm putting, let's just say my signature instead this time. So user's signature. Awesome. And this is just a couple of ways that you could, or just a little bit of what you could do with these templates to build them out. So really, everything could be built here, and you don't even need to have anything ready. So if you just have the idea, you don't need the content, you don't need the design. In fact, even the images, if you want to change out the images as well, you could also build that using AI as well. Now, please know, I don't know how well this is going to work, but we could try it out. Image with people at a conference room. All right, cool. We'll see how it works. I'll do, let's say maybe that. 3 variations just to give us some ideas. Sometimes it doesn't give all the variations if it's very specific, but we'll find out on this one. All right, cool. So there is a couple. Obviously, I should give a little bit more detail next time, but these are just examples of AI images that they were made. We could go ahead and add this if we want. Yeah, it's all right. I could do probably better, but at least you get an idea. As long as you give really good detailed instruction, it should make some really good images. But just for testing purposes, that turned out pretty nice compared to other things that I've seen. But yeah, that's how you make a actual email template or for an email campaign. Now, how do you actually use this? So there is a couple ways that you can actually use these items. Number one is through the conversation tab. This is probably the most common place that you'll be using it for. Number 2 is contact section over here, which you could do bulk email and text message to go out. And my favorite is the automation section where you could actually automate these to all go out. So I'll start with the conversation section first. We go to conversation. I'll go ahead and find, let's see, this one might work. We do have some SMS and emails right here. So I'll go ahead and click on this. And instead of typing it out, now I can actually click on the insert template snippets inside of here. And this will actually give me some choices I could choose from. So for example, the cold campaign outreach that we made earlier, now I could use it. And I didn't have to do any of that typing. In fact, I don't have to do any typing at this point. All I got to do is press send once I'm ready. And I'll go ahead and send that to myself. It might take a minute because I'm actually sending it to me personally, so I have to double check to see if it works. But if you look at it, it automatically fills in that data for me. So it says, Dear Oren, because I'm sending this to Oren. And then if I actually look at the data, my name is Oren because my name is Oren. And then my business name at OverPower Marketing. And then it also gives my details at the bottom, plus the attachment I sent over to him. I'll check that in just a second to see if it actually, if we got it, which we will. It might take a minute or two. But the next section I want to talk about is if you want to send it as a bulk rather than in the conversation in a bulk, you would just go to contacts. And then I'm actually going to switch over to a different one. So let's go here and we'll go to contacts. And then this section, what I could do is I could go ahead and select all the people that I want to send the message to. So if I want to send to all 206, I could definitely do that. And at the top, I have the option to send out an SMS or an email. Now, the thing that you do need to know with the conversation option, you only have the choice to do snippets, not the actual visual email campaigns. If you want to send out an email campaign that you made, like the one we did earlier, you would actually have to do it either in the contact section or the automation section. So I'm in the contact section right now. If I click on send SMS, if they have a phone number, I could use that template and just go ahead and choose that. And there you go. No typing needed, and it already has the variables in place. So there's really nothing else I need to do. This part is kind of important. I'm not going to go too much in depth. I would highly recommend, if you're saying it more than 10 people, I would recommend doing in drip mode and not saying all at once, because you could get blacklisted. So please be safe on that. I would recommend maybe sending maybe 1 per minute, 10 per an hour, something like that, depending on how fast you want it to go. Same thing for emails as well. You don't want to send like 1,000 emails all at once. You do want to drip mode that. And there is some option. I'm not going to go into detail on that one. That's for another time. But I do want to bring that up so you don't get blacklisted. Now, what if I want to send out an email? Same concept. But the nice thing is now you have the visual options as well. So we have the birthday giveaway, Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year generic, template service generic, and we also have the snippet as well for missed call, let's connect. So if I click on that, it will show this information. If I show, like, let's say the birthday giveaway, it'll actually do this instead. Now, I have to click on edit to update this information. I can't keep it on the screen. Cohen's actually going to talk a little bit more in depth on this one because that is an update coming out in the near future. And then all I need to do is just make sure who is going to be sending out this email. Is it me or someone else in the office? And then add the appropriate subject line as well. And then go ahead and do drip mode or send all at once, depending on how many you're sending it to. And then the action is just a note section. And then finally, the automation section, which I'll go back to my account for this one. Probably should name them differently. So going to automation right here, you could actually have them built into your automation. Once again, we're not going to go in depth on what automation is because that would literally take hours to talk about in itself. But I'm just going to show you some quick examples that we've already have pre-made. For example, the ones that you guys are seeing, workshop meeting and reminders. So we actually have an email that gets sent out, but we also have a design email that gets sent out as well, which, as you can see, from name, from email, that's just stuff that we put in there. The subject is something that we put in there, but we chose a template from our email campaign instead of actually typing it in ourselves. So that's a nice little feature that you could choose from to send out messages. If I wanted to view that specific one, all I got to go is back to campaigns or marketing, email, campaigns. And we could actually view that one, which I believe it's this one right here, email templates. And then we could click on, I don't know which one it was, but we could look at it again. That would be the email that is being sent out or something like that. All right. With that being said, that's really what I wanted to go over for the email snippets, the text snippets, and the email campaigns and templates as well. Cohen's actually going to go more in depth on how to do what are future updates that are coming inside the software.
All right. Thank you, Lauren. All right. We have had a lot of feedback and are preparing for some big changes when it comes to the email builder. As far as for upcoming updates to the builder, soon you will be able to view your overall email statistics for your business instead of only being able to view one campaign at a time. A lot of people were requesting this, and you will have to go to the individual campaigns and have to basically dial up all the information if you so wish. Next, you'll be able to add a new layer of customization to your campaigns with the ability to add gifts to your emails. Just a nice thing to have. The next quality of life change is that you will now be able to have the ability to edit email builder templates from inside the workflow. Before, it was a lot more tedious because you had to leave the workflow and go to email builder to make any edits to your campaign. This now makes it more accessible inside the workflow and less time consuming, as well as some other quality of life and bug changes. Now, for frequently asked questions, what is the difference between a template and a email campaign? They're very easy to distinguish. Template is the layout that the campaign goes on. Template has no information on it whatsoever. It is only the blueprint of what you're wanting to send out. Campaign is the actual content that you put on the template.
Correct.
So you can just say template is the plate, campaign is the food that you were sending to the customer. Another is how to schedule an email campaign in our software. I can easily show you that. So first, what we want to do is go to our software, go to the account that you're using, go into marketing, then choose emails, click on create new. And for the sake of time, I'll just use one of our pre-made campaigns. Otherwise, you can start from scratch. Oren had already gone over this, I believe. So use one of our pre-mades. Here we have our finished campaign. And then what we want to do is send or schedule in the top right. And here we have all of our scheduling options ranging from a one-time event to large group and regular contact or regular content feeds. Now, say that you have any other questions about the program. We have many resources on how to answer your questions. First is we have the support service on the bottom right of nearly every page of our program. You can
Before you
insert.
continue,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and ask questions to the audience to see if they have any specific questions about email campaigns, and then we could talk about these options. Sounds good?
Okay.
So is there any questions related to email snippets, text snippets, email campaigns, email templates, and stuff like that? Okay, I'm sorry, Cohen. Keep leading on. Sounds like you were ahead of the game.
All right. First, we have the support service, bottom right of nearly every page. As I was saying, you can insert any keywords. Say we want to insert email, and we have a bunch of help articles that can answer any questions that we might have. Next is at the very bottom of the left-hand tab over here is the knowledge base. It is basically the exact same as the blue support button, but just a much larger field to work with and essentially the same amount of articles. Next is our YouTube channel. If you missed any of the previous workshop meetings or need a refresher, then we have it covered for you with our recordings of those previous meetings, as you can see right here. Next, if you feel like none of those answer your questions, you can just send us an email at support@overpower.com, overpowermarketing.com, or schedule a meeting with us directly, and we'd be happy to help answer any of your questions. And one final thing, if you come across any issues or bugs with the program, or maybe you have a suggestion for any new updates, you can submit a request form to us via submit request, which is right here in our application. Fill out all the forms and fields and give us your request, and we will take it into consideration. And that's about it as far as support and all that.
On the sidebar, you also see schedule meeting. You could also click on that and you could schedule a meeting directly with our team. So that way you don't have to go to our website or anything. You could just go right here and you could do any available, or if you see where any available right there, Cohen, can you click on that?
Where's
right on it? And then you can select the specific person that you want to talk to. Please note, I can almost answer any general question. Mustafa, he definitely helps a lot with the support on the software. And then Mr. Powell can help with general information, specifically with sales and possibly billing as well related to that. Cool. And then finally, I do want to bring up that next week, before we end this topic, next week's topic is going to be related to funnels. How to build landing pages, splash pages, stuff like that for your business. I really think Mustafa is going to do a great job on that. Other than that, that's all I have for today. Before I let you guys go, any other questions? All right. Well, thank you guys for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day.